So we will complete the chapter 16. Now we will talk about types of forces. I have two types. The first one is the contact forces, and the second one is the non-contact forces. For the first one, as its name says, the two objects should be in contact, whereas the second one, the two objects shouldn't be in contact. An example of contact forces, I have friction, I have any push or a pull. Whereas in here, I have gravity or magnet. Now, net force. Well, you will find that most of the times I have more than one force acting on one object. Let's say I have this box and someone is pushing it from here, someone else is pulling it from here. I have F1, F2. I also have, let's say, its weight. So most of the times I have more than one force acting on one body. So we have to calculate what we call a net force. So the net force is the combination of all the forces acting on the body. Now, to calculate this combination, I have to know what are these forces. I have many cases. In the first one, if the forces are collinear, it means they have the same line of action. They are both horizontal or both vertical. Okay, here, this is F1, this is F2. They are collinear and they have also the same direction. In this case, if F1, let's say, is 5 Newton and F2 is 5 Newton, the net force would be F1 plus F2. You will get 10 newtons to the right. This word is very important. You have to mention the direction. Now, if I have this object, I have F1 and I have F2. They are also collinear, but they have different directions. Now, if this one is 10 Newton, this one is 5 Newton. In this case, I don't add, I subtract. So in this case, the net force is equal F1 minus F2 equals 5 newtons right as well. So, the third case, if they're not collinear, let's say I have, this is F1 and this is F2. What is the net force in this case? We will have to complete the parallelogram, which means you take F2, you place it in F1, you take F1, you place it in the end of F2. This is the parallelogram. You draw the diagonal. This is the net force. Okay. Now, after calculating the net force, I have two cases. The forces can be balanced and the forces can be unbalanced. Now, the forces are balanced if the net force is equal to 0. The forces are unbalanced if the net force is different than 0. Let's take an example. I have this box, it's on a table. I have W, which is gravity. I also have N, which is the reaction of the table. If W equal, let's say, 10 newtons down, and N is equal to 10 newtons up, in this case, the net force equal they have different directions, so we have to subtract them. It's 10 minus 10, you get 0 Newton. When the net force is equal to 0 Newton, we say that I have balanced forces. Now, if I have another object, I have a person pushing this object from this side with the force F1 equals 10 Newton, and I have another person from the other side, F2 equals 1 Newton. The net force in this case, we also subtract. You get 10 minus 1 equals 9 newtons to the right. This is different than 0 Newton, which means I have unbalanced forces. And that's it for now. Thank you.